"Daddy, please help her," the little girl whispered, tugging at her father's sleeve, her voice shaking just enough to cut through the noise of the crowded parking lot. He had been tired, bone-deep tired, the kind that comes from working 2 jobs, packing lunches before sunrise, and pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. But when he looked down and saw fear in his daughter's eyes, the world narrowed to a single point. If you've ever felt that moment, when time slows and your heart decides before your mind, stay with this story until the very end. And if it moves you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because stories like this remind us who we really are. The single dad's name was Aaron Cole. He wasn't famous. He wasn't rich. He was just a father doing his best after life had taken a hard turn. 2 years earlier, his wife had died suddenly, leaving him alone with their 6-year-old daughter, Lily. Since then, Aaron's life had become a careful balancing act. Morning routines, school drop-offs, construction shifts that wrecked his back, and late nights driving for a delivery app just to keep the lights on. He taught Lily to be kind because kindness was the only thing he could always afford to give. That night, they had stopped by a small grocery store after his second shift, both of them exhausted, both of them dreaming of getting home. They were almost at the car when Lily froze. Across the lot, under a flickering streetlight, a young woman was being cornered by 2 men. Their voices were low and sharp, the kind that scrape at your nerves. One of them blocked her path, the other stepped too close. The woman clutched her purse and shook her head, clearly trying to get away. People passed by. Some looked. No one stopped. Lily squeezed Aaron's hand and whispered the words that would change everything. "Daddy, please help her." Aaron felt fear slam into his chest. He thought of Lily. He thought of the bills. He thought of the very real possibility of things going wrong. But he also thought of the kind of man he wanted his daughter to believe he was. He parked Lily behind their car, crouched to her level, and told her to stay put and call 911 if she needed to. Then he walked toward the streetlight, his heart pounding so loudly he could barely hear his own footsteps. He didn't shout. He didn't threaten. He simply stepped between the men and the woman and said, "She said no. You need to leave." One man laughed and shoved Aaron's shoulder. The other sneered and moved closer, eyes cold. In that instant, something ancient woke up inside Aaron, the same instinct that had carried him through grief, through nights of hunger, through mornings when he didn't think he could get out of bed. When the first punch came, Aaron reacted on pure reflex. He blocked, stepped in, and used the strength earned from years of hauling concrete and steel. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't heroic in the movie sense. It was fast, desperate, and decisive. One man stumbled back and went down hard. The other tried to grab Aaron, but lost his footing. Within seconds, both men were on the ground, stunned and scrambling. Sirens echoed in the distance. The men ran. The woman collapsed onto the curb, shaking, tears streaking her face. Aaron knelt beside her, keeping his voice calm, telling her she was safe now. When police arrived, they took statements. The woman couldn't stop thanking him. Aaron pointed to Lily, who stood by the car, wide-eyed but brave. "She's the reason," he said quietly. The night ended with paperwork and exhaustion. Aaron tucked Lily into bed later, kissed her forehead, and told her he was proud of her for caring about others. She fell asleep holding his hand. He sat there longer than he needed to, wondering if he had done the right thing. Hoping there wouldn't be consequences he couldn't afford. The next morning, life didn't pause for reflection. Aaron took Lily to school, then headed to his construction site. His phone buzzed during a break. Unknown number. He ignored it. Then it buzzed again, and again. Finally, he answered, expecting a complaint or another reminder of something overdue. Instead, a calm voice asked if he was Aaron Cole. The caller said they needed to meet him. Today. It was important. By noon, a black sedan pulled up outside the job site. The men he worked with stared as a woman in a tailored suit stepped out, followed by another car and a small security detail. She introduced herself as Maria Bennett, CEO of a major tech firm whose name Aaron recognized instantly. She asked if they could talk somewhere quiet. Confused and uneasy, Aaron agreed. Maria didn't waste time. She told him the woman he had helped in the parking lot was her niece. The 2 men had been arrested later that night after security footage identified them. Maria's voice tightened as she spoke about what could have happened if no one had stepped in. She looked at Aaron, not with corporate distance, but with raw gratitude. You didn't know who she was, Maria said. You didn't know anyone was watching. You just acted. Aaron shrugged, embarrassed. My daughter asked me to help, he said. That's all. Maria smiled sadly. That's everything. She asked about his life. His work. Lily. He answered honestly, not asking for anything, not expecting anything. When she left, she handed him a card and said she would be in touch. Aaron went back to work, unsure what to make of it, convinced it would amount to nothing.